Hi there, welcome to Island Fly Tarot. I'm going to do a tarot card reading for Virgo energy, and we're going to read it from a couple different perspectives because people have free will. Some people harness high vibe Virgo energy, some people harness a more worldly, shadowy Virgo energy, so they're going to handle this energy differently. And we all tap into Virgo energy. What are we driven and motivated by in the world? Are we more balanced within ourselves? Do we want to grow and mature and heal ourselves? Do we want to free ourselves from things that manipulate us? Some people don't. Some people don't want to do love. You can get hurt doing love. Some people want to make their life about themselves or indulgence or money or materialism. They're sure they'll be happy living their life that way, and we just need to see the truth. Not everybody's motivated by love. Not everybody wants to deal with the issues they keep hidden in the dark. High Vibe Virgo is about seeing the truth, dealing with the truth, growing to your full potential, healing, maturing yourself, believing in yourself, believing in your dreams. And some people gave that up a long time ago. So, listen to your intuition about where you're at in the story. Listen to your intuition about where other people are at. The overarching reason for the reading is nourishment. And underneath that is pleasure. Well, we could look at Virgo is represented by the Knight of Pentacles card. What do we feed ourselves? What do we invest our time, energy, and effort into? Do we even find it? I kind of look at the pleasure card as like an Eight of Wands card, Sagittarius energy. Are we even motivated and inspired to grow to our full potential, to heal, to work through past pain and heartbreak? High vibe energy is about being free, to look at life as an adventure to be lived. We're human beings. We have a lot of lessons to learn. We're going to make lots of mistakes. Are we willing to admit that we made mistakes before? We have to get out of our pride and ego. We have to be willing to say, you know what? Maybe I was in shadowy Sagittarius energy. Maybe I, in my Virgo energy, did invest in all these things that I thought would make me happy. And I learned what did and what didn't. Life's about learning lessons. Getting clear about what our truth is and what our truth isn't. Some people are all about indulging their more immature worldly nature. Some people don't want to keep indulging their more immature nature. It can be painful to learn lessons. We kind of drive our life off into the ditch. Some people don't want to keep doing it. And some people want to stay in denial of the truth and they keep doing it. That's up to them. There's consequences for our actions. Well, let's go see what else. That's just the overarching reason. People are going to invest in what motivates and inspires them based on their maturity level, lessons they've learned in life, lessons they haven't learned in life. Some people have learned more lessons than other people. Some people have detached from their more indulging their more immature nature, prideful nature, stubborn nature, wanting to stay in denial nature. Some people have grown and matured themselves. And they're free to give and receive love with other people because they've worked through the past and their fears and their insecurities and the things that manipulate them. And some people are going to go on a journey to learn some more lessons because they have lessons to learn that other people have already learned, So I kind of chuckled at the beginning because we have two cards not showing themselves, and it's just kind of funny because Virgo is about, do we want to deal with the truth? Do we not want to deal with the truth? Hiding from the truth? The reason these two cards came out is trust and patience. Sometimes we are on the same page as people. We harness these energies in the same way. We can get in relationships with people. We assume that they kind of view life the way we view life, that they're kind of motivated and inspired by the same things we are. Their idea of what's just and fair is aligned with our idea of what's just and fair. Then later we can be in a relationship and we realize, oh, wow, what you think is just and fair is completely different than what I think is just and fair. And what ultimately drives and motivates you is completely, at a core foundational level, completely different than what drives and motivates me. And for some people, they're in mismatched relationships and they don't realize they harness those energies differently. But with the trust card, we all get in friendships, relationships with people, oh, we just have some trust and patience and hope that as we work together with people that, we'll see how things go, and we listen to our intuition, and, as time goes by, because sometimes you can be in a workplace, a friendship, a relationship, and you can be in a relationship with those people for a really long time. And it can really be great in a lot of ways. Because we are kind of on the same page. Generally, we try to get in relationships with people and friendships and invest more of our time, energy, and effort into certain people because we do have a lot of commonalities in a lot of ways. And sometimes it's not till much later in the relationship that it can get to be where it really does get down to, at a core foundational level, what drives and motivates you. Is it hope and faith and love, or is it more about you or your ego or your image or being indulged or kind of manipulating people to get them to do what you want? And for a long time, we can stay in denial of the truth with the nourishment and the pleasure card because we don't want to see the truth. Because if we were to see the truth and acknowledge the truth, we'd have to take action on the truth. So high vibe people listen to their intuition. Even when some of the relationships they get in don't work out, I believe that we're drawn and attracted to certain people because we did have lessons to learn from those people. And it was to help us see what our truth is, get more clear about our truth. They could have been drawn and attracted to us for their reasons. And again, it's kind of like, are we really on the same page? Are we not? Are we close enough on the same page that we can keep moving together, or are we not? So it's for both people to maybe temper, because the patience card reminds me of the temperance card, to see how different people do things and how different people view things. And are we willing to work together with each other and try to temper, that, well, I thought it was supposed to be like this. And it's like, well, I thought it was supposed to be like that. Are we willing to work cooperatively together, for the common goal? Do we have the same common end goal? And for a long time, we can, and at some future point in time, maybe we find out at a core foundational level, there's some major differences in our Virgo energy. But for a long time, we can stay in them, and some people are in them. But, okay, let's jump to what these cards are. Resistance in reverse. So, this could reference like a Knight of Pentacles upside down. Or, well, in the upright, it could be the Knight of Pentacles. Are we, this is a feminine figure hand, so the feminine figures in tarot, I think, represent how we think and feel emotionally. So we could harness this energy differently, and we maybe don't realize it. Some of the people we're on the same page with, we're not so emotionally attached to the world and our ego. We're willing to have some hope and faith and belief in ourselves and in love. And we're not going to let our more worldly, egoic nature get in our way. And we're willing to give up, some of the things that if we were single and not working together with other people, that we would maybe go pursue. But when we're going to work together with others, there's some things we need to shave off maybe our bucket list, if we want to work together with others. And so do the other people. But some of the people in our life or in our world, when a card is in reverse, it can mean extremes. There could be some people in our life that try to present that they're more willing to give birth to something new and move forward with you in a certain way. But there could be part of their worldly nature, which can be their ego, can be their defensive nature, can be their materialistic nature, their immature, bossy, self-indulgent nature, that they really aren't showing that they really have a hard time giving up that. Or even being more independent. They could have people in their life that they're very codependent on. I am not letting these people go. But I don't want you to know that. Sometimes there's people in the world, they want to get married, they want to have kids, they want to be in a relationship, but their primary loyalty is to someone else. It could be their original family, it could be their friend group. They look to those people as more of the core foundation in their life. Even if they marry you and have kids with you, you're like a third party to this original relationship. And for some of them, they are not letting go of that. That will stay the primary foundational relationship in their life. But they want to be, some of those people are just their friends and family members. They can't be in a romantic relationship with them, marry them, have kids with them. And they want those things, but they're unwilling to become independent. High Vibe Virgo is becoming independent of other people to give birth to something new with the people that you're working with, right? So we can have some people in our life, even that just want to go indulge and play in the world. I just want to go, I think that, it's kind of like nourishment, but, you hear in readings about, what are you eating? What are you blah, blah, blah. We feed ourselves different things in our life that aren't necessarily good for us. Our thoughts, our emotions that we choose to sit in. Other things we want to go indulge in the world. Some people just want to go indulge, and did, some of them, in being like an immature player. Oh, but I don't really want to let go of these people. I just want, I'm trusting that after I go indulge in whatever I want to indulge in, I can maybe come back to these people because I don't think they're going to let me go either. That would maybe be more of a romantic relationship. And then we have focus. And the reason it came out is because of patience. So it was kind of reminding me, I have another channel called Tarot Land Soap Opera where I do a high vibro and a low vibro. And this was the reason for the reading for the people that harnessed a more worldly, shadowy Virgo energy in relationship to some other people in their life. And I was kind of viewing it a little bit as like Pisces energy, because we do have the moon card up there, which in tarot represents Pisces energy. It also with focus, which is about our mind and our thoughts and kind of maybe what our truth is and what we're focused on. Kind of Gemini energy also. And Gemini energy is a dualistic sign. And in the Magician card, it's combined with Virgo energy. What am I going to align with within myself is my truth that I'm going to invest my time, energy, and effort into, that I think I can manifest my dreams into reality. And some people are hiding that, maybe even getting themselves into different relationships, different life situations, but it's really not aligned with their truth. They could be in a relationship with someone where they know they're not on the same page as each other, but they're being patient. We can all get in relationships with people and we know that we're not really quite on the same page. Maybe they're kind of defensive to love. Maybe they're kind of immature. Maybe they're kind of bossy or controlling or something, But we think, oh no, I'm sure everybody would choose love, right? And I love them. And if I keep putting in this work and effort and being a nurturing, loving, supportive person and inspiring them and encouraging them, that's like high vibe Eight of Wands of the pleasure card. I'm sure they're going to choose love one day. I'm sure they're going to work through their fears and insecurities. I'm sure they're going to let go of their defensive nature. And some people in our life could be trusting us. They could have some fears and insecurities. Maybe they do, again, because some of those people could be our adult children. They could be friends and family members. And they have some loving, nurturing people in their life that are saying, try to let go of some of your fears and insecurities. Try to work through your emotional confusion. Keep maintaining balance within yourself. Listen to your more hopeful, believing nature instead of your more fearful, getting caught up in your emotions and your fears and your insecurities. And as time goes by, you will feel more stable and grounded within yourself. But the people that could be doing that with us, they do have to be willing to detach from some of their old ways of being and living in illusion. Shadowy Pisces can be, we get kind of caught up in our illusions about what it means to be in a relationship. And we kind of maybe might want to indulge ourselves in our more immature ways of being. And some people in our life really are kind of shadowy. And they just hope that we'll just keep balancing out our emotions about the fact that we are moving forward with someone, but we are maybe not listening to our intuition because we want the dream to come into reality. We want what we've invested time, energy, and effort into moving forward. And some people are like, that's great, you keep doing that, but by the way, I'm not letting go of anything. All these things make me feel safe and secure, but I'm trusting the fact that I think that you'll just keep balancing out your emotions, that I am this way. You kind of might have more hope and faith and belief in love, and I might be kind of got some issues I need to deal with, but if you're not going to listen to your intuition, well, and deal with the truth of who I am, well then, hey, you want to balance out your emotions and keep putting work and effort, and this works for me, and I get to indulge in being in a relationship with you, that works for me. But eventually we could have a problem in a relationship if people aren't doing this work within themselves to let go of their more defensive nature, their fearful nature, their shadowy nature of some sort, to get out of their illusions or ego or something and fears, to take responsibility for maintaining balance within themselves. And then high vibe Sagittarius is also about kind of wrapping your brain around this game of life. And it is that we are supposed to grow and heal and mature. And also this could be saying that to use our kind of intuition to differentiate between people. We can all have a hard time trusting other people because we've been hurt before and we thought other things are going to work out the way we want. Are we willing to see what things we needed to let go of? Are we willing to see how our illusions about what our idea of the dream relationship doesn't necessarily equate to being the dream relationship that other people were thinking when, because we can all have our ideas of what the dream relationship is and think it's just and fair, and other people are like, what the fuck? Where'd you come up with that idea? That you get to be bossy, you get to be controlling, you get to be bitchy, witchy, manipulative, egotistical, self-centered. Yeah, you might like that. I don't like that. Are we willing to get out of our illusions and our fear and let go of our more immature worldly ways of viewing life and of being within ourselves And realizing not everyone's the same. Just because we did deal with some people that had certain traits and characteristics that we didn't like, that doesn't mean we categorize and classify groups of people and completely give up on our dreams and hopes of love. No, I'm going to listen to my intuition about what type of person you seem to be versus some of the other people I used to be in relationships with. And I am going to listen to my intuition, and I will be patient, and I will take responsibility within myself to maintain my own balance, not get up in my head and my fears and my insecurities. And it's one thing to extend people grace. People go through things in life. Sometimes things go, where, you extend grace to people that maybe it doesn't quite seem just and fair at different times. But, hopefully we would communicate that. Viewing the pleasure card as the Eight of Wands is communication. And Virgo energy, kind of the nourishment card of like the Nine of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles, is working together with others, about our truth and our ideas and our love. And, we invest our time, energy, and effort into people. But there does come a time, where we do have to deal with the truth. And if we realize and we get to a point with certain people that we have in our life, in some shape and form, work, friends, family members, romantic relationships, is this going to keep moving forward? Maybe some people are trying to figure out if they're going to have a more involved relationship. This was just to get to know each other. Some people could see some of you as being very patient and maintaining balance within yourself, very stable, very grounded, very inspired. And some of those people could be kind of emotionally getting out of their ego to communicate with you. And if they do that, or you did that with some people, everybody could be listening to their intuition. Maybe, high vibe people want other people to be at peace within themselves, to be free. High vibe people communicate their truth. High vibe people offer people the truth. If I owe you an apology, I want to apologize. I had lessons to learn. I had growing up and maturing to do. I don't want that to cause you inner conflict or not trust people because of some way I could have acted, And then we offer that and lessons that we've learned to people in the world, people in our life, that I've learned these lessons. This is how I'm moving forward. Are you kind of on the same page as this? Do you want to move forward in that way? Some of the people will get out of their fears or insecurity or ego to listen to their intuition, that you're not trying to manipulate them or control them. And then we have the nourishment card here, which is power, release, realization. So the power card kind of reminds me of Aries Leo energy. This is kind of seeing through the illusion, wanting to enlighten people to the truth, find out the truth instead of, the nighttime can mean being in the dark. Again, the moon is out in the nighttime. We want to be illuminated to the truth. We want everything to be illuminated, nothing hidden, so that everyone can be free. The reason is because of nourishment, High vibe people don't want other people confused about the truth. Shadowy people want you to be confused about the truth. Shadowy people want you to, your own shadow nature wants you to let your fear and your mind and your insecurity and your codependency and your ego and the world wants you to let all those things manipulate you. They want you to release your high vibe nature, being in the sun, being in life-giving energy, having clarity, having insight. Our own shadow nature wants us to make our life about indulging in these things of the world. You know, at the big picture, the devil is the one represent, so like high vibe energy represented by God, shadowy energy represented by the devil. We live in a world of duality, battling against each other. And we human beings have the free will choice, what thoughts, what emotions that we embody within ourselves, which ones are being channeled through us. High vibe energy, low vibe energy, worldly energy, shadowy energy. Our shadow nature and then the shadowy type or more worldly focused people we can align with in the world, they want us to make our life about them and the world and indulging in those things and making our life about that and let go of believing there's anything more to aspire to in this world. Don't believe you can manifest your dreams into reality. Make your life about the world and your ego and your image and indulgence or me. Don't believe in yourself. Don't believe in your dreams. Don't listen to your intuition. Make me God in your life. Let your ego be God in your life. Let the world be God in your life. Or do we want to be independent of our more worldly nature? And our soul is calling us to listen to our intuition. Our more worldly nature tries to imprison us and enslave us and confine us and restrict us and imprison us. And sometimes we kind of have friendships and relationships and workplaces that don't want us to love and believe in ourselves and go live life any differently than they live their life. But they're maybe not listening to their intuition. Maybe not even living a life aligned with the truth of what does really motivate and inspire them and what they would really love to do with their life from a place of love if they weren't manipulated by all these fears or ego or other people in their life. And sometimes we can be in friendships and relationships with people for a long time. And, eventually as relationships move forward, one person could be ready to kind of move forward in life a little differently. I did some healing and some growing and maturing while I was in this relationship, and I released myself from some of my fears and insecurities, and that's when someone else in our life doesn't like it. Well, when we kind of got in this relationship, we both were on the same page to a degree in some of our fears and our insecurities and our self-limiting beliefs. You've changed. Why do you now look at life differently? Why are you inspired to, step out of your comfort zone and face your fears and heal and grow and mature yourself? How dare you? And, again, we heal and grow and we mature and expand our perception of ourselves and the world around us at different times. I think loving people would have offered love and encouragement to the people they were in relationship with. Why are you afraid of stepping outside your comfort zone? Why are you afraid of freeing yourself from some of these things that manipulate you? But in order to free yourself from them, the truth sets us free. In your Virgo energy, you'd have to be wanting, kind of inspired to even want to free yourself from some of those things. And some people are like, why? I'm good. I want to keep moving forward like this. But that's sometimes when we find out we kind of got in a mismatched relationship. One person is aligned with their more worldly, egoic Virgo energy, and they had their idea of what the dream life was like, and it could be them either being more about them or about ego and image or indulgence, and I thought they were going to live life like that way forever, and that you were too. And we all grow up in the world. We all can make our life and get caught up in these things of the world and think, well, for sure, man, that's what people want. Of course I'm going to live my life like that. And of course this is driving factors in my life. But then we can go do it and we might not find it as fulfilling as other people do. And I was like, I thought that was my truth, but my intuition and my dreams are kind of like really pulling me to that I could be feeling like it does seem like it has everything in the world that I would want. But, shadowy energy can be we live our life at a certain phase of life. And then it is where we're kind of ready to go to the next stage of life. And we want those people to come with us. And some people are like, I don't want to go outside my comfort zone. I don't want, to be more authentically myself. I'd have to work through some of my fears and insecurities about why I don't. And I don't even want to do that. Because I'm fine continuing to move forward, kind of watching other people maybe go do that. But, there's a female there kind of on looking out. But I don't want to do that. And, it takes time, we could all have known people in our life that were more comfortable with being more authentically themselves, and others of us, we could have hit a little bit more like, wow, I am not that bold or brave or confident or comfortable within myself. And does that mean we belittle and berate ourselves? No, that's just where we're at. And it's like, hopefully me and my friends can work on some of those issues that we have, and maybe one day we'll be more comfortable being more authentically ourselves and being more bold and brave and comfortable in our own skin. But it takes time. We're all on our own journeys. We all need different types of people in the world. Some people are more outgoing. Some people are more introverted. Some people are good at math. Some people aren't. Blah, blah. All the different things about human beings. And we accept the truth of that. We don't want to sit in jealousy and envy and stuff like that. And it's like, I'm sure I have my own unique talent, skills, and interests that might not be as amazing or wonderful as some of those other people, but you should do that because that's your thing. And I'm going to do and work with what I have. And I have my own unique things that light me up and that inspire me. And that could be completely different than what other people have, but that's okay. But I do... as time goes by, some people don't want to keep kind of indulging in the things of the world to try to fill that within them, because that is in codependent energy and it doesn't work out the way we think. And really, the answer was love. I need to learn to love myself and believe in myself, release myself from some of the things that manipulate me or my fear, my insecurity, and have more hope and faith and belief in myself and appreciate what I bring to the table and my own unique talent, skills, and interests, and believe in my dreams and keep being inspired to accept that I go through these phases of life where I was meant to learn lessons and to help me get more clear about what my truth is and what my truth isn't. And I'm ready to move forward, going on this adventure to keep learning more lessons. And the people in my life that are currently moving forward with me in this way, everybody taking responsibility to temper their own fears and insecurities and more immature worldly nature, those are the people I can keep moving forward with. If they want me to do that for them or enable them in poor behavior, I need people who are taking responsibility for that within themselves. I can offer people love and encouragement and resources, but if they're going to be someone I invest more time, energy, and effort into than just a social acquaintance, they need to have done and doing this work within them so that it is like an equal give and take, just and fair, people acting with character and integrity in a relationship. Someone who wants to be immature and come with anyway, you're not quite in the inner circle of people I hang out with. Because I've already been there and done that. It's just I'm not the immature, impulsive person I was before, or whatever other, it's just not how I want to invest my time, energy, and effort. And some people still do in whatever it is. So let's go see what's coming up for the people who harness some high vibe Virgo energy that they might not see coming up. The Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles because of the Tower. So the Tower does talk about, at a core foundational level, seeing a truth. If people have already went through kind of releasing some people in their life or ways of living life, then these pictures pretty much all have feminine figures on it, which can represent how we think and feel. They did this work within themselves emotionally, and then the Tower can just be that I have done this work within myself, and like Virgo is represented by the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles wants to become the King of Pentacles, male or female. I want to feel stable and grounded within myself. I want to grow, mature, and heal myself. I want to be comfortable in my own skin. So who I present myself in the world is a true reflection of who I really am. If we're going to present ourselves like the King of Pentacles in the world, internally, emotionally, we should be a Queen of Pentacles. And some people have seen the truth of it, because some people before could have been more aligned with their worldly nature, or being in relationships with people, maybe a more codependent energy, thinking that was how they wanted to move forward in life. That was their philosophy of life. The Five of Pentacles, Taurus energy, is about our philosophy of life, and that's how we viewed life. Don't I want to be in a relationship? Don't I want this certain type of job? Don't I want these things? Don't I want to emotionally invest in these certain things? Aren't those things going to be what makes me happy? And some people saw the truth of it. They could have been in jobs, they could have been in relationships, they could have been in marriages, and they could have realized, if I keep moving forward in that way, I'm going to feel left out in the cold, or like I'm only kind of operating maybe from my more worldly view of life than my nurturing my more loving, intuitive, spiritual, creative nature. And I could be in relationships with people who kind of are not very emotionally connected. And I want to be in emotionally fulfilling, deep, meaningful relationships. And if I want that, I need to detach from aligning with my more worldly nature and being in relationships with other people who live their life like that. I've got to see the truth. That if I'm in relationships with people who the foundation that they align with is their more worldly, unstable foundation, because the stable foundation is built on love. And if the people I'm trying to build a long-term stable foundation haven't learned to love themselves, haven't learned to trust other people, aren't willing to listen to their intuition, want to live more from their mind than their heart, want to try to control people or manipulate people, or they're more about indulging themselves or their ego or their more materialistic nature, then we operate from different foundations. And so some people could just be getting out of a relationship, seeing the truth, or a job. Other people have already gotten out of those, but emotionally, because we're emotionally complex human beings, it takes time to really be able to emotionally detach. They're not people I want to hold on to anymore. It takes time to release in the release card emotionally. Because in our more Aries Leo nature, we want what we want. Damn it, God, I wanted that to work out. Why don't you change them? Make them see the truth. Make them grow up. Make them mature. And then it's kind of like, God's like, I have been working with them since day one, but they have free will. When you got in a relationship with them, did you listen to your intuition about them? Or did you kind of think, I don't know, in your God Savior complex, or you being the boss, that they were going to change for you because you're a loving person? We can work with people, and, I think we learn lessons later in life of how much more I want to get involved with someone when I already know that they don't seem to be on the same page as me. But, we can kind of be in our ego and think, oh, they'll change. How about get out of your ego, go with the flow, let them go live their life the way they apparently want to go live it, and you go live your life the way you want to go live it, because maybe the truth is you operate from different foundations. And then we're really ready, because we did in the Queen of Pentacles, holding a pentacle, it's like our Virgo nature did this work within to see the truth, and it gave it to our Taurus energy to incorporate it into our philosophy of life. A new truth, a new insight, a new understanding, a truth that we maybe hadn't wanted to see the truth of before, or we healed, or we grew, or we mature in some way, and we're ready to move forward in life differently. Emotionally, we're ready to move forward. And to let other people live their life the way they want to live it, because we've seen the truth that that's not how we want to live our life. And there's going to be other people, as you do this, there's going to be other people that see that you've released from some things in life, and they're going to want to be in a relationship and move forward with you. But the thing is, we have free will. There's going to be different type of people. Some people are like, oh, you look like, you got out of something. I want to be the next person to indulge in a relationship with you. Won't you view me as a loving, nurturing person and, move forward with me? But I kind of have some of these more worldly views of life in my shadowy Virgo, Taurus, Aries, Scorpio nature. And the high vibe people are like, stop right there before we go any further. Do you love me? Do you really? Meatloaf song, Love by the Dashboard Lights or something like that. High vibe people have learned these lessons in life. It's like, not just anyone is moving forward with me. I will exchange time, energy, effort with you to get to know you. And I want to find out the truth of your foundation before I let you move forward with me. Because I don't want to repeat a past pattern. If you're trying to tempt me in my worldly nature, in my lust, in my greed, in my pride, in my ego, you're the next person I am very patient with, trying to get you to get out of your fear, insecurity, or whatever, you're staying in the friend category. until or unless you do this work within yourself. And the people who you could meet and that approach you that do seem revealing the truth, I have done this work within myself. I have released from what I need to release from to truly, authentically be able to move forward with you. I'm not trying to create an illusion. I don't want to repeat those past patterns either. Then those are the people you'll move forward with. So the Queen of Pentacles, also that I see as Taurus energy, It can represent workplaces. It can represent family dynamics, friendships. You know, the people who are on the same page as you will want to emotionally invest in you. And it could even be people that there previously could have been a rift in the foundation of some sort because something could have happened that maybe people weren't trusting their intuition. Maybe people had lessons to learn, something. And now that people have seen the truth of it, or just because, some people just want to, it's just like an employer. They might want to hire someone because the people who were working there let go and moved on. It's like, wouldn't it be nice if employers had to tell us why the person who was at that job previously had to leave or left? I don't know. I guess I've never thought of asking, but I guess it would be okay to ask, and then we could listen to our intuition. Because who wants to go get in a job where it's like, oh, you're not who you present yourself as being? Is that why the last person left? They trusted you. They were very patient, even though something, people are stubborn, people are bossy, people are controlling, people are immature. It's like, oh my God, I'm leaving, you know? It's just like bosses or employers can want someone new to come work for them because other people left. Some people just want to be the next person to indulge in a relationship with because the other person wasn't willing to put up with their ass anymore, And you'll listen to your intuition about who's who. You have learned these lessons in life. And some people are just getting out of relationships. Some people have, and they're kind of, could even be moving forward with new people. And it's just finally being able to let really go of the past. So, what's coming up for some people who might harness a more worldly or shadowy Taurus energy, Virgo energy, who just have some lessons to learn in life that some other people have already learned. Okay, split in the middle of the deck was the Six of Cups and the Page of Wands, and the reason it came out is because of the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Well, for one thing, some people who do have some growing up and maturing to do could have done something quite immature in a relationship with people who trusted them. And then maybe they didn't want to deal with the truth of it or work through it in a just and fair and loving way. Those people have had some loving people in their life that for a long time were trying to encourage them to work together with them cooperatively in a just and fair and authentic way. But the shadowy people kept acting in ways that weren't conducive to a relationship moving forward in a just and fair and authentic and healthy way. And the high vibe people have come to peace about it. They've reconciled themselves with the fact that, we're not on the same page. And I am inspired in my Sagittarius energy to listen to my intuition. And my intuition is telling me this is not a safe and stable, long-term, just, fair, balanced relationship. And I am going to detach. And some of the kind of shadowy people in their life didn't see that coming. And they might not understand why these people are doing it. Previously, those people were maybe willing, they could have been in codependent energy before, and they could have viewed someone as a warm and loving and nurturing person or just attracted to them. The Queen of Wands can be that we're emotionally attracted to people. We could be repeating an old pattern. They could remind us of other people in our life. And we were still trying to, maybe didn't even know we had issues about people like that we were trying to work through. But now the people, instead of being in more codependent energy and looking to someone else to be like life-giving energy to them, they've learned to do that within themselves. So they got out of codependent energy. And they were inspired to see the truth and to take action on their truth. I can keep staying in this relationship and I'll be repeating an old pattern where I am kind of indulging someone who's operating more from their ego nature, defensive nature, wanting to be indulged somehow in their ego. And I've been there and done that, and I don't want to do that. I want to be in relationships with people who are inspired to invest in life-giving energy, being warm, being loving, being supportive, treating other people the way they like to be treated. High vibe Leo energy versus more shadowy Leo energy. High vibe Virgo energy versus more worldly shadowy energy. And it started within themselves emotionally. I saw that I kept offering to you to try to love and encourage you, but you kept repeating these old patterns, maybe turning your back to me and leaving me out in the cold, thinking I wouldn't believe in myself and would give up my dreams, and I'm not willing to do that. I'm going to offer love to my own foundation, to love me. And I'm going to let you go. And instead, I'm going to go communicate and invest my time, energy, and effort into people in the world who do treat me with love and respect and encouraging and warm and loving and not trying to manipulate me and keep me in my more, tempt me to be in my more immature, codependent, fearful, not trusting my intuition nature. I'm going to go find the people who encourage me to love and believe in myself. And the shadowy people did not see that coming. Another thing they might not see coming is there's going to be other people who want to probably be in a relationship with them, just like other people in the world. If another hopeful, believing person comes to get in a relationship with them, this whole scenario could play out again the same way. People see the truth that you're kind of codependent. You want people to balance out their emotions about being in a relationship with you, that you create this illusion. You're willing to bring this dream into reality, but you're kind of hiding that you maybe have this illusion about what it means to be in a relationship with you, maybe being immature and indulgent or bossy or controlling or more about your ego and your image and love, and the other people are going to leave eventually too. And some of them have new people leaving. But they might end up eventually getting in a relationship with someone who is on the same page as them, and that would be a just and fair relationship. And they might have some people communicating with them that they want to have a new beginning with them. And it might be someone who wants to do that kind of relationship dynamic with them. That could be what they're used to too, and maybe that's how they like and feel safe and secure and comfortable within themselves. And so long as they're both willing to be in that type of relationship dynamic, then that's a just and fair relationship. It's an injustice for them to try to get someone who is like more emotionally mature or balanced or authentic and loving and warm when they know they're not that type of person and they don't plan to become that type of person. Sometimes what can be a shock to people is that just really when we're, certain people aren't in people's lives, which can be parents and different things like that, in people's life, you know, they could have been living their life a certain way, but then when they have people who have left their life or aren't around them anymore, it could be shocking to some people kind of the immature actions some people take and how they go repeat some of these old patterns. Because that's what the shadowy people are harnessing this in a shadowy way, and they think other people will handle it that way. Oh, I bet you'll go repeat some past pattern of the past. I bet you'll go invest acting out of pride and ego, because that's what they would do. And they're surprised that the high vibe people in their life, the Six of Cups can be about maintaining balance within themselves and being inspired to do this work within themselves emotionally, to heal and grow and mature themselves, to be ready to get in a new relationship, where some of these other people, which might be shocking to some people who could get out of a relationship with someone, because those people are kind of more about their ego or their image or codependent nature or immature nature, yeah, they might right away go do something just to be in a relationship or something, or go indulge himself in things. And then when the shadowy people who might be more about their ego and their image, they of course think that other people are going to do that too. And it's kind of shadow energy is about being in your competitive energy. Well, I bet, because I know they're a loving, nurturing person, and I bet they can get in a relationship like that if they wanted to. Boy, I'm going to go get in a relationship because I'm in competition with them. I'm investing in my more immature, egoic nature, which is competitive energy. So I might go rush to go get in a relationship. Kind of like, look, I moved on, I healed, whatever. Look, I got a new beginning. I'm the winner, something like that. And they could have thought for sure that the high vibe people in their life were going to do that. But see, the high vibe people were emotionally invested in the relationship. And it's different if you're more emotionally invested in a relationship versus if you're just kind of indulging in a relationship. And for the high vibe people, it really could have been very difficult on them. Shadowy Six of Cups, that some of the shadowy people harnesses are really kind of emotionally shallow and superficial, immature, don't really emotionally invest themselves in people. It's like I have sex with people. I just try to create the illusion that I'm willing to bring that dream into reality. Even if I was in a relationship with them for 10 or 20 years, I never let myself emotionally really invest in them. Because if something goes wrong, I want to be able to just leave. So they really didn't have too terribly much skin in the game, because they were never really that emotionally invested anyway, because it always could have been more about the ego and the image and the money and the materialism and indulging themselves. And that also can be when some of the high vibe people leave their life, realize that. And they could see them take all these actions more out of ego or image, and they could be really surprised. But it's just one more thing that gets us out of our illusions about people. And then too, people could kind of want to go indulge in something in a relationship, thinking, oh, I know this person won't leave. I can do these things, and I've done stuff like this before, and I know that person always just balances out their emotions about the fact that we really operate from different types of foundations, but because they don't want to detach, I feel like I can go do this and be bossy, controlling, manipulative, invest in these other people, give more of my time and attention, maybe try to triangulate or something like that, even if it's just with friends and family members. I can do this. I can leave them out in the cold. I can ignore them. Well, the Tower is kind of like Judgment Day. People can be very patient in a relationship for a long time. And then there comes the day That's it. I'm done. No longer in denial of the truth. I'm leaving. And that's when somebody's like, wait. Let me try to stop you. No, don't go. Stay here. Aren't you going to keep investing in me? Can't I tempt you with these things of the world? Or some people coming back into people's lives trying to tempt them. And some people are like, I already saw the truth many times. Just for the longest time, I didn't want to see the truth. And sometimes some of us have to see that too. Some of the people, we can learn lessons in life. We can meet people or want to reconnect with people, and they've already moved on. They detached. While we were off learning our lessons, they got in a relationship with someone else. Are they high vibe or low vibe? Sometimes we don't know. The high vibe people just know they wanted to move forward and let go of the past, release the past, and move forward and reconcile. And some people are like, sorry, I've already moved on with other people. Some of them, they could be in a shadowy relationship. They could be more shadowy than we realized. If we thought they were high vibe, and maybe they're not. Sometimes we don't know. All we can do is, in our Knight of Pentacles Virgo energy, offer people truth and love. And based on how other people respond, some people aren't who we thought they were, or they've already moved on, and that can be kind of a surprise, and we just deal with the truth of it. Okay, God's got something planned for me. I'm going to keep releasing. I can only work with people who are willing to work with me, and my dreams aren't contingent on a certain person. I just need to find the people who are on the same page as me. And God knows who is a good energetic mix and who isn't. And I deal with the truth. Not living in illusion, not living in fantasy land, not clinging on. It's one thing to be patient if we make an offer to people to see what they choose to do in their life. But eventually it's like, I got to move on. Because some people just want you to stay in stuck energy, feeling left out in the cold in case they ever decide to come back. If it is someone you knew before. And loving people who really want to work together with you in a long-term foundation, they wouldn't keep you leaving you out in the cold as an option. It's like, well, apparently if you keep indulging in what you're indulging in, that is your free will choice. And I need to see the truth of it. So I need to keep moving. And some people with employers, they've been being patient with some people, and they could let go of someone. And somebody's like, shit, I thought you'd always keep indulging me in my more immature nature. And it's like, no, you're going to have to go find someone else to indulge you in your more immature nature. And I might know someone who I think would be perfect for this job, and I'm going to offer them the job. Okay, so there you go, Virgo energy. I wish you peace, love, and joy, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.